Greetings, redheads. Thank you for joining me in another episode of your favorite show, the one, the only Red's View. Of course, I'm your gracious host, J Red. Thank you for joining me. All right, before I begin this live, like we always do at this time, I know I'm a little late. I'll usually try to do like around 8:30 or something, but had to work out and do a bunch of other stuff. But I'm here. I'm here live in full effect. But before I begin, as always, make sure that you subscribe to youtube.com/redsview. You see it flashing across your screen right now. So thank you, all of my new subscribers. This is my weekly show, my weekly broadcast that I do every Tuesday. So make sure that you lock in, vibe with J Red, get to know me, all that good stuff. Thank you, everybody, for all the comments, the likes, the shares. People have been sharing the videos like crazy, and we're just trying to get those subscribers up. So make sure that you keep doing what you're doing. Join me and share it. If you're watching this right now and you're a supporter, you're an avid listener and viewer of the show, make sure that you hit the share button. That's all I can ask for. Uh, Also, make sure you hit the like button or the dislike button, so we can help that algorithm, because that's how it gets out. That's how the more word spreads, that's the more the merrier, as they always say. Like I said, I am starting about 30 minutes late. Had to get some stuff done. But hey, I am here. I'm here nonetheless. So the first thing that I want to get into, hopefully everybody's been having a great day, a productive day. I got some good news. Ladies and gentlemen. My favorite rapper of all time, Crazy Bone, has bounced back. Crazy Bone is bouncing back. He is on the road to recovery. How do you know, J Red? Well, let me show you. I actually saw this while I was in the gym. Praise God. Praise God. Crazy Bone is on the road to recovery. You see it right there, man. So he just posted this, and I already knew he was recovering because I'm friends with some of the family members on social media and everything like that. But in the caption, it says, just fought for life, literally for 9 days straight. And I only won the battle this time because I know Jehovah God was with me every step of the way, fighting for me. Never take life for granted. Enjoy it while you have it. Thank you all for your thoughts and prayers. Trust me, I needed every last one of them. So shout out to Crazy Bone, man. This is wonderful news. I'm so glad that man is bouncing back. Everybody was praying for him. I know I was. So I'm glad to see that brother is back, man. Like I say, he's my favorite rapper, hands down. So I'm glad to see him back. Shout out to Crazy Bone. Thank God for that man coming back. All right. So let's go ahead and get into what we're going to talk about. Man. Did everybody see Usher and Jimmy Butler? So if you're looking at this thumbnail right now, you should see Usher to your left and then Jimmy Butler to your right. And this is about, of course, bug breaking. Now, it feels like I have to do an episode dedicated to bug breaking like every year, at least once a year, because there's so much feminization that goes on with Black male celebrities. It's already Black men in general, but Black male celebrities, we see this happening from time and time again. Every year it happens. They choose some token Negro or somebody that they want to make an example out of, or somebody they force to do stuff. And now it's Usher and Jimmy Butler. Now let's look first at Usher. Now, I just did a show about Usher last week. I was giving him so much praise about him being the current king of R&B and headlining the Super Bowl. Gave him a lot of praise. So this isn't any type of hating, any type of negativity towards Usher. This is just reporting the news, saying what it is. All right. So in case you've been hiding under a rock, let me show you. Usher had this to wear. Can you see it? Yeah. You see what Usher got on, man? Now, this was at a Louis Vuitton fashion show in Paris. And look at this. Oh, wait. I don't want to I ain't gonna play the video because I didn't know it was gonna play the actual song, but you can see, look, he got these. I mean, the socks and the shoes, I'm not really calling that quote unquote feminine, but look at he looked like Big Worm mixed with a schoolgirl with a dress on, or a kilt. They're calling it a kilt, but it's a skirt. Look at this. Just look at it. And this was Usher stuns at the Louis Vuitton PFW show. You see that? Now, of course, you know what, the problem that I have is this. Like, let me go to Google. Let me go back so y'all can see. It's stuff like this. Let me see, where is it at? Look at this. Look at the title right here. It says Usher slays at BOF 500 event. Usher slays. And you see, come on, man. This is the issue that I have with the media. The media knows what they're doing by putting stuff like Usher is bold, Usher slays. The man is wearing damn near a dress. He's got on a skirt, and they call it a kilt or whatever. But look at what he's wearing. Look at that. Now, my first initial reaction when I saw that, I was like, dog, as soon as they announced that he's doing the Super Bowl, which is the biggest event in the world, where everybody literally is watching, the highest rated show in the world, the halftime show at the Super Bowl, that's as high as you can get as far as performing. So right after they announced that he's doing that, he's performing, right? Now they have to show him looking feminine, basically wearing a dress. I don't care that it's at this fashion show or whatever the case may be. And we know how the media does it. Like, if it was just natural, they would just say Usher just wears an outfit at the at the fashion show. But they're saying he makes a bold statement. He slays. Why are they saying words like that? Bold statement, slays. That's because it's buck breaking. They want it to be okay and normalized for a black male, heterosexual black male, to wear skirts, and they call it kilts. That's not black culture. That's not African culture. So that doesn't come from us. Every day when you walk out your house, you don't see a man wearing no kilt, but it's by design. And I found it very strange that Usher, they announced that he's doing the biggest show in the world coming February next year. And then we see him appears to be buck broken. And it's not, like I said, it's not just the skirt. Look at what he's wearing on his head. Like, come on, man. Like, if this is a modern day buck breaking, I don't know what it is. And of course, if you don't know what buck breaking is by now, I'll tell you what, go to buckbreakingmovie.com, order the DVD that tells you everything, or you could just type it up online and look it up. But that's buck breaking. Now, the thing is, when they say making bold statements, they're saying that to make it look empowering. It's empowering that Usher is wearing a skirt. It's empowering. If it's just normal fashion, you wouldn't have to use words like he slayed. Because if I show up to a red carpet in a nice ass suit, if I'm suited and booted or whatever I'm wearing, a Versace shirt, jewelry down, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm fresh and fly as hell on a red carpet, they're going to say J Red was clean. J Red was clean as fuck. J Red was smooth, dapper. They're going to use those type of words, that word usage. They're not going to say J Red slayed. J Red made a bold statement. Anytime that they say that, that proves that it's feminized. They're doing the feminization of black males. And it always happens with these black male celebrities. My question is, if it's normal, and I don't care what anybody tries to say, they try to say, yeah, a man that is in touch with his feminine side as well as his masculinity. And I know what they're going to say. As soon as they hear me talking about this, they're going to say that I don't know what I'm talking about. I have toxic masculinity. What else do they say? I'm misogynistic, all that BS. I don't give a damn. I really don't. This is just what it is. But like I said, if I showed up on the red carpet and I'm just decked out wearing a suit or whatever I'm wearing, they're not going to use the word slayed. Slayed is used by you know who. When you talk about slayed, that's Beyonce. She slayed. I slay. I slay. That's a feminine word usage. That's feminine word usage. Slay. So that's what the media was doing. Like, yeah, Usher made a bold statement, but that's buck breaking, man. That's buck breaking. And I'm thinking that the fame, of course, but it's a price. It's a price that comes with performing at the largest platform in the world. Now, thing is, we don't know what goes behind the scenes. I know there have been other entertainers that have done the same thing, but it's very ironic. Usher, directly after he announces this, is wearing pretty much a dress. But my question is this: if it's so normal, how come the white counterparts don't do the same thing? Have you ever seen Justin Timberlake in a skirt? Have you ever seen Justin Bieber in a skirt? If you have, and I'm mistaken, let me know. The equivalent to Usher in the white counterparts, Hispanics, Asians, if you got different men that are non-black who are entertainers that wear what Usher was wearing, show them to me. This is what I'm talking about. If all men did it from all race groups, then I wouldn't say nothing. I wouldn't be saying a thing. Okay, yeah, shout out to you, Ayana Cohen. You said I absolutely agree. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like, if it's so normal how they're trying to make it, why are they using the word slay? Why are they saying that he's made a bold statement? And most importantly, why aren't the white counterparts or the Asian counterparts or the Hispanic counterparts, Indian counterparts, Middle Eastern counterparts, how come they don't do the same thing as men? And Usher is one of my favorite singers ever. This isn't talking shit about Usher. It's just that how come as heterosexual black men we always have to stoop down to that? How come is that? I don't understand why somebody of Usher's caliber, he's rocking it, killing it in Vegas, performing at the Super Bowl. Like, you can walk away. It's okay to walk away from something like that. Matter of fact, yeah. A white male comedian that dresses like a white woman. Now, multiple black men comedians. Yeah, as a comedy act, like you said, as a comedy act. Like, I love when Martin was playing Shanae in Big Mama's House. That's funny. But you remember what happened with Dave Chappelle? Dave Chappelle wasn't going for that. And he's like, I'm not going to put on a dress in order to appease everybody. That's literally the reason he stopped the Chappelle show. He was like, no, I'm not doing this shit. Yeah. But it definitely is. Ayana, I feel you. It is definitely discussing and dehumanizing the black man's masculinity. But when men like me speak on it, we get ridiculed by some of our other people and by the media. But typically the bought out Negroes are paid for, you know what I'm saying? And they say this, but say that this and that. But what I'm saying is, if it's normal, you show me our counterparts, our racial counterparts who do the same thing, because it's serious. It's not even, it don't even feel like, but if you want to reach the top of the totem pole, you got to do something that's feminized. You got to. Now, has everybody done that? No, but also we don't know what purely goes behind the scenes. If it's sex that goes behind the scenes, if you got to get groped on, Terry Crews, we don't know. Yeah, they have programmed us to, the go along, get along game. But guess what? It takes black media, and we're the real black media right here. These podcasts that you see, these platforms, I'm not bought out and paid for by nobody. Thank God that I have a monetized channel and I do my thing and everything like that, but I'm not a part of that. I'm a part of the media, the black media. Like, this is grassroots right here. So I can call this out. And again, this isn't shitting on Usher. And if Usher really truly in his heart wanted to wear this, hey, shout out to him. But I find it very strange that as soon as he announces that he's performing at the biggest show of the year, of next year, we have to see this. Now, not only did Usher wear something, we're going to show Mr. Jimmy Butler. Now, I don't know what's going on with this man. This is fair use, by the way. Check this out. Right. Questions? Milli Vanilli this year. No emo. Okay. My bad. But you saw what he said, right? He said, no, I'm emo. So if you saw it, his hair. Now the thing is, I've seen different dudes wear perms. You know what I'm saying? Rappers, Snoop Dogg, the one wore perms, and the pimps wore perms and had their hair pressed. But it's the way he had it, right? The side part. And you see that he had the piercings, and then the piercings on his lips and all this other stuff. And it's like, what is going on with this dude? Literally, like, what is going on with this man? Like, let me go back to that video. Hold on just a second. Hold on, just a second. All right, let me go back to this because I had clicked off of it for a second because I went to another video. But just look at it. Look at that. Look at this, man. And am I wrong, or does it look like he got like eyeshadow on or eyeliner or something? Look at his nails. So he got his nails painted.
Milli Vanilli this year.
No emo.
So I'm emo. Leave me alone. So and the memes have been hilarious. The man, they had him in. Y'all saw the one where he looks like Andre 3000 in the Hey Ya video. Hilarious, hilarious. But you know, these athletes and these entertainers, where is the equivalent? Like the equivalent, the white person, the Hispanic person, whatever, those athletes, those heterosexual male athletes. Do you see Brett Favre, or do you see give me somebody else? Give me another. Why I don't know why I have a brain freeze right now, but do you see any other of our racial counterparts that does the same thing? It's always the black male that does this. It's always the black male. You don't never see that. And like I said, if you can find me somebody that is an NBA player, NFL player, hell, a wrestler, MLB, whatever, you always see the feminization of the black male. That is modern day bug breaking. Now he's talking about he's emo and all this other stuff, but no, I mean that looked gothic, but you could tell he looked like he purposely looked feminized. And we've now, I think the big, like last year, didn't he have like some locks that he put some weave in or something like that? He looked kind of feminine last year, but we let it slide. But this time it's like, come on, bro. And you know, I get tired of seeing it. And I don't think that if you get paid all of this money and you haven't had to do it before, why are you doing it now? It feels like they just be behind the scenes and flicking on that switch, and then bam, we get the feminization of black males. And it is a thing. You got a lot of people that will say, you know, the go along, get along game, like Ayana said, that will act like, no, how come you can't be more broad? How come you can't be more open? You're so closed-minded and all this. No, I'm a black male, heterosexual, and I don't feel like men should wear dresses unless it's part of, you know, if you're doing entertainment, comedy, you know, that's okay. That is what it is. But the stuff like this, what is the point? What is the point? Martin put on the dress because he was trying to entertain us, being Shanae, Big Mama's house, and all this other stuff, right? I get that. That's comedy. But Usher wearing a skirt at the Louis Vuitton fashion show, what was that proof of? He's bold. You know, what is Jimmy Butler? Is he going to be looking like that playing basketball with his hair all out and, you know, flickering and stuff, him flipping his hair because he flipped his hair and stuff? Is Jimmy Butler going to be looking all emo while he's playing basketball? What's the point of this? Of course, it's to get people talking about, like, what's the end goal? You're emo for what? What are you emo for? You're bug broken. And it's a shame, man, how we do as black people do anything for money. We will literally do anything for money. And I'm not trying to categorize every single black person, but you know, these entertainers and these athletes, you can't make this shit up, man. And it's sad. It's very sad to see, and again, I'm looking forward to Usher's performance. I do think, undisputedly, he's the king of R&B, but this is a very, very bad representation of the heterosexual black male. And if it's so normal and you're watching this right now, you show me an example. Or if you're disagreeing with this, because I know some people will come back and watch this live and they'll have some negative things to say in the comments. But if it's not buck breaking and it's not just the black male, then you show me the equivalent to a Jimmy Butler who's non-black, who's white, Asian, whoever, Hispanic, and the Usher counterparts. Has Bruno Mars ever put on a dress or a skirt? He performed at the Super Bowl. Now, of course, Prince performed at the Super Bowl, but Prince wore feminine clothes, but he never wore a dress. He never wore a dress. He's wore makeup, but never a dress. Michael Jackson has performed at the Super Bowl. He's never worn a dress. Give me some more. These rock and roll artists who perform at the Super Bowl. Maybe didn't Coldplay perform at the Super Bowl? Have they worn dresses? Usher is the R&B sensation, but he has to wear a dress, a skirt, you know. But hey, man, it comes with a price. Fame comes with the price, unfortunately. And I know they talk about the Illuminati and all that. The Illuminati is not what you think that it is. I do feel like it's white people behind the scenes that want to push an agenda. That's what you call the Illuminati. It's not that taking an oath and all that other shit. The blood oath and the spiritual stuff. I think it's more so white dollars. White dollars will make you do anything, but Usher didn't have to do this. Jimmy Butler doesn't have to do it. He's an all-star player, and I was rooting for him to win a championship, but hey, maybe that shook him up. Maybe he got emo after he lost in the finals this past year. Maybe that's what it was, but I don't know. But regardless, it's modern day buck breaking, man. Thumbs down to Usher. All right, so let's move on, man. So I want to know right now, we know that Keefe D has been arrested and charged for the murder of Tupac Shakur that happened back in 1996. That was almost 30 years ago. But the real question is, and I've seen this shared everywhere, will Diddy be arrested for Tupac's murder? Now, the reason I'm asking that is because Keefe D has been name dropping Diddy the past few years. He's wrote a book about his involvement in the Tupac murder case. Now, he didn't actually pull the trigger, but he was in the car as Tupac was getting shot. And he's been name dropping Diddy. And a lot of people have been saying, okay, why? This man has been talking about it for years. And to be fair, DJ Vlad already solved this Tupac murder years ago. He's interviewed about one thing about Vlad. Vlad has interviewed just about everybody who knew Pac, who's famous, everybody around Pac has something to do with Pac, signed Pac, all this other stuff. So he pretty much solved this already. Keefe D has verbally said that he was involved in Tupac's murder on Vlad's platform, but he's also mentioned Diddy, Puff Daddy. And a lot of people are just like, okay, why now? Why now? Does it have something to do with Diddy? Are they trying to get a bigger fish? So do you think that Diddy is on the way to possibly getting arrested? Because he's named him. And thing is, if Keefe D is like 60 plus, what benefit, if they haven't solved the murder beforehand, what benefit would they have besides just a case closed? Case closed, we solved the murder. It's two things. One, it could be a bigger fish. Two, people have been saying that, during election season, whoever the person in charge is, that's a plus for them to say, hey, I was involved in getting Tupac's murder case closed, the murder case closed. So vote for me. You remember what I did? Remember I did for the hip hop community? So that could be a thing. It could be a political move, an election move. But a lot of people have been saying, and they're very suspicious about Diddy being involved in Tupac's murder. Now, this is all allegedly. I don't know, so don't take my word for it. But that's the question that arises. Like, is Diddy in trouble? Do you think an arrest for Diddy will be on the way? And what's also interesting, Mopreem Shakur, that's Tupac's stepbrother, he was asked about this on Comedy Hype. And I would try to play the video. I don't feel like looking for it right now. But he basically said, hey, man, the police have a job to do. The investigators, they have a job to do. That's not my job. So if they're going to make an arrest, they do their thing. I've heard dude's name, which he was talking about Diddy. I've heard Diddy's name being brought up. So if they do this investigation and Diddy is involved, then, it is what it is. But do you think that Diddy could get away with this? Because Keefe D has name dropped him several times. Or not even Diddy. Who else was involved in it? A lot of people have been saying for the longest law enforcement was in on it. Suge Knight recently also said that he's not going to testify in the case. You know what I'm saying? Or in the trial, because they're going to put Keefe D on trial. So this is real interesting, man. And I think it has to be something bigger than, hey, we're just going to arrest Keefe D. They could have done this years ago. This could have been done years ago. They knew what happened. And this man has been bold enough to talk about it for all these years. Like I said, he's been on Vlad for at least like the last 4-5 years. So what's really going on? Like, is so? Do you think Diddy's gonna get arrested? This is gonna be very, very interesting. But I don't know. I don't know. But Mo Preem commented on it, said he don't know. Hopefully, whoever is involved in it. How would that look for Diddy? You know, is that the reason Diddy's made the Love album, Love Off the Grid? All of a sudden, it's love, 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 love. Now, Keefe D has written a book about this shit and talked about it. So we don't know, man. We do not know, but we'll see. But let me know in the comment section what you think about this. Will Diddy possibly be arrested for Tupac's murder? Do you think he was involved in it? That has been for years. Also, do you think that the Biggie murder is in connection with the Tupac murder? I've always thought that. Biggie's death, because all of a sudden now, you know, in retrospect, I bet if you know, I know Biggie would have reconsidered going to LA. It just wasn't a smart thing to do. You know, right months before Tupac got killed, and then you're warned. Jay Prince warned Biggie not to go to LA. Plenty of people warned him, but he ended up going anyway. But yeah, man, we'll see what it is. We'll see what it is. But hopefully Diddy's innocent and had nothing to do with it. And Keefe D was just talking out the side of his neck. And justice, nonetheless, justice is served. Keefe D has been said his involvement in it, and the family can rest now from that. But you know, we're gonna see what else happens from that. All right, now this has been one of the highlights of the week. This has been one of the highlights of the week. Kanye, of course, went on a rant. Now, this rant isn't recently. This rant is from some years ago, back in 2018, back when he had the colorful hair, the tie-dye hair. Now, he went on a rant and talked about Cardi B, Nas, Pusha T, and I think Tiana Taylor, and it may have been someone else. But let me go and show you what he said about Cardi. Again, this is fair use. This was some years ago, back in 2018, and this just surfaced out of nowhere. So listen.
Yes, it's Corey CIA. Like, he didn't even have to say it. I know it. You fucking CIA. What are you talking about? Like, what the fuck? Oh, this is my. That's why fucking Cardi B is over there. Cardi B is a plant by the Illuminati. She don't write her raps. She's just there to like sound as ignorant as possible, and then make songs like "fuck them" and they get some money.
So you heard what he said right there. Cardi B is an industry plant, and by the Illuminati, and I hope you caught that. And he said that she just here to, listen to. He's gonna get to an important part right here. Listen to this.
You know, she was literally replaced, you know, Nicki Minaj purposely. That they put her there, and now she doesn't know what to do, and she's just she has no idea what the fuck is going on. She thinks it's just a blessing from the universe. There ain't no blessing from the fucking universe. That's not some paranoid shit.
All right, so, and of course, he talked about some other people too. He talked about Nas, saying Nas was rapping off beat on Cop Shot the Kid, and talked about Pusher and everybody like that. Yeah, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Goat 816. What's up, man? Man, we've been talking about a lot. Thank you for tuning in. Ayana, you said no disrespect, but Kanye is when you selling your soul to Illuminati. Also, ooh, yeah. And as far as that goes, he says she don't write her own raps. Kanye don't write his own raps either. But anyway, he talked about Cardi B being an industry plant. Now, let me ask y'all this question. Do you think Kanye was right? Do you think Cardi is an industry plant? Answer that. I'm going to play the video of Cardi responding back to Kanye. Or people feel like she's talking about Kanye. Let me say that. Listen to this.
And I want to say I love all my fans. Thank y'all for holding me the fuck down. And I've been trying not to disappoint my fans because I've been trying to like be Cardi B, the professional. But Belcalis, the demon, it be really close to come out.
Oh, Belcalis, the demon. I'm shaking in my boots.
And I don't want that because I don't want to disappoint my fans. I'm going to just say this. People love Cinderella. To Cinderella get a glass house.
Did you hear that? People love Cinderella till Cinderella gets a glass house. Keep going, Cardi.
And let me keep it cute. And to my haters and to y'all motherfuckers that want to see mess, leave me the fuck alone. Because I come with receipts. I come with receipts, years old receipts. I got receipts on all you and you bitches. And I will bring this internet into fucking shambles, bitch. You don't even fucking know.
All right. So you hear what Cardi said. So Cardi responded back, and a lot of people feel like she's talking about Kanye. Now, the first thing is Cardi an industry plant? Now, of course, an industry plant is somebody that you never heard of at all. All of a sudden, they have a hit single, or they've got a viral video, and they're making a lot of appearances, and you go to their Instagram or their Twitter or whatever, and they got millions of followers or 1 million followers, and it looks like they've been already popping, but you've never heard about this person at all. I don't think Cardi is an industry plant unless Kanye knows something that we don't know. From my understanding, Cardi came up doing social media stuff, just ranting on social media. Wasn't a social media influencer, not a content creator, but you know how people just say random shit and go viral. So she was already doing that, and then she was already doing music. It wasn't popping like that, but she was on Love and Hip Hop, all that stuff. So Cardi was already known before the music, like before Bodak Yellow came out, because I think I'd heard of her name, but I didn't know exactly who she was. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop and none of that stuff. So Cardi isn't by definition an industry plant because she was already somebody, but maybe Kanye meant that she was, people put in those marketing dollars behind her and invested in her because they did not like Nicki Minaj and wanted to replace Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj has burned so many bridges. Maybe that's what he's saying, because I feel like a lot of times people use the word industry plant, the term industry plant, so loosely. I don't think that Cardi is an industry plant. Now, the fact that she fired back at Kanye allegedly, saying she got receipts, it's kind of odd because Kanye worked with Cardi. He worked with Cardi. You remember that song they had? I forgot what it was called. But it was Kanye, Cardi, and Lil Durk. The single flop, but you remember they put that out? I was a little confused to see why Kanye was saying that about her. Now, keep in mind, this was back in 2018, that rant that he did that I showed you. But all of a sudden, now, why is it coming out? And then we see that he had a listening session. He allegedly has an album coming out, so I don't know why, but Cardi's upset. Cardi ready to blow everything up. Cardi said she got receipts, y'all. So I don't know, man. It's real. I could feel why Cardi is feeling attacked, because Cardi always does get attacked, to be fair. As far as people saying she don't write on raps, which is true, and she's proud about it. But but Cardi's been cold out here in these streets, so she just got finished dealing with the heavy criticism from Bongos. That single's terrible, by the way. She got mad at Joe Budden. Now she's upset at Kanye, and I guess she's just like, you know what? I'm finna expose everybody. I don't know what receipt she's talking about, but it's very interesting. But Ayana, you said I think he's right. But like, what is his issue with Cardi? Maybe he knows. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe he knows something we don't know. For the fact that he said that she was replacing Nicki Minaj and she's a plant and all this other stuff. I don't know. Maybe like you saying, he knows something we don't know. Maybe they were already going to plan for her to do what she was doing anyway, because this is what an industry plan could be as well. Say that somebody's already rapping and has, they got social media, say they got like 3,000 followers and they're a rapper. They've been rapping for the last 5 years trying to get some exposure and everything like that. So they could be like, you know what? I see he's rapping over there. I see she's rapping. What if we put money behind this person and make them push an agenda? They already rap, so we can see that they rap. So let's put some money behind them. And then they blow you up. That also could be an industry plan. Goat, you said no. Kanye is delusional. You said a lot of celebrities are related to each other. They all got the blood Illuminati code. So you believe in the Illuminati thing, huh? You feel about the Illuminati. You think that that's a real thing with the blood oath and everything. Oh, okay. You talking about Bodak Yellow. Bodak Yellow's the worst one. No. You talking about the one with Kanye, the one with Kanye and Lil Durk. But yeah, man, I don't know if Cardi is necessarily an industry plant, but she could be depending on what Kanye is talking about. Now, Kanye, like I said, I don't know why this video surfaced out of nowhere. I guess this is supposed to be a part of like a documentary or something like that. But Cardi B ain't playing. She talking about some receipts and stuff. I guess she just fed up right now. Has a lot of pressure on her because she hasn't dropped that album that the whole world has been waiting on for like the past few years. When did Invasion of Privacy come out? 2018. So it's been years. So I guess she just fed up with everything. But if you ask me, I don't know. From what I know from Cardi, I don't think she's a plant. However, I do feel like I said this. I felt like Cardi B was the poor man's Nicki Minaj. I'm not a Cardi B fan. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I'm not a Cardi B fan, but I can appreciate what she does, and I can see why people like her. I'll say that, but Cardi says she gonna expose. Cardi, I say you drop the receipts. Everybody else going in on you, so we got to see what's gonna happen with Cardi. Shout out to Cardi though. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about, y'all, Brittany Renner. I didn't get a chance to talk about this. This happened a few days ago, actually, though. I think this past Saturday or something. She was on Shannon Sharp's show, the Club Shay Shay, and Brittany Renner. And she is a graduate of Jackson State University. Didn't she? Yeah. She went there. Didn't she graduate? I think she's a JSU alum. So Brittany Renner talked about her body count. And her body count is approximately 35 people. Isn't? Yeah. I think she said she had sex with 35 men. And she's only 31 years old, I think. So 35 dudes. She said 35 dudes. Shout out to Trio 301, bro. Thank you for tapping in, brother. But my question, and this is to the fellas. Does a woman's body count matter? Do you think the number of partners a woman has had sex with matters? When it comes to dating, do you care about that? Now, ladies, I know you're going to feel a certain type of way about it, but for one thing, I don't know why she put out her number like that. I don't think that is important, but the fact that she felt like she needed to say it or everything, it is what it is. Because some people are like, why are people judging her? Why are y'all worried about who she slept with? Nigga, she put it out. She said she had sex with 35 dudes, So let me know, fellas, do you think the body count matters? If you ask me, I think that I used to care about the body count more so when I was younger, but as soon as I hit 30 plus, it didn't really matter. I think really in the late 20s. When I was in my late 20s, and I'm telling my age, but when I was in my late 20s, it stopped mattering as much. But I will say this, it does and it doesn't. The reason that it does is because it tells a lot about a woman's character. Like I don't have to know how many dudes you to mess with, but the way you carry yourself, if you done it carelessly and not caring about your body and stuff like that, then that matters because it's about the mentality. If you just easy willing to give it up. But if you've started having sex when you were like 15, 16, because a lot of women start having sex earlier than like 14, 15. But if you had sex with like one dude each year from then, and then you go into your 30s, your body count could be up. But I agree with what you said, Goat. To an extent, it matters. But am I over here being the body count police? Like, no, I'm not going to be asking exactly like how many dudes you done slept with because they was all before me. But you can tell how a woman acts. You can kind of guesstimate. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you've been dealing with women as long as I've been dealing with them, you can kind of get a ballpark figure if that really matters to you. But it's about the way a woman carries herself. Very promiscuous and all this other stuff. Because truthfully, you ain't gonna know. What's the use of asking a woman how many dudes she didn't have sex with? Because you already know you got to multiply that. You got to multiply that by 3. Have you heard the J. Cole song? That was even before the J. Cole song because he got it from somebody. But whatever a woman says her body count is, her number, you got to multiply that times 3. Now, of course, for ladies, y'all don't care about a man's body count. unless you're this super Christian that goes around toting the Bible, you don't care about a dude's body count. The more, and it's a double standard. The more women a dude has, the more attractive he appears. Trust me, I know from experience. People will talk shit about, nobody makes fun of you having too many women or has sex with too many women. You get brownie points for that. Women find that attractive and men salute you on it. That's just the nature of what it is. But with a woman, your body is a temple. You have to have something inserted in you. You're going to be penetrated. So you don't want just anybody coming into your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want just anybody doing it. So my fellas, y'all get what I'm saying. But what you say, women don't really talk about that, though. That's one of 3 questions they hate to answer. True. A lot of them don't. That's why I think I probably used to be curious, like when I was a teenager, and then my early 20s and stuff. You don't really care after a while, especially if it's a woman 30 plus. I know you didn't have sex with a lot of dudes by that time. Come on, man. And if she's single and she's 30 plus, really, if she's single, by the time they be 25, they didn't have sex with 30 dudes. If you keeping it honest and keeping it a buck. But to me, to an extent, it does, but it's based off of the mentality of the woman. If your body count matters, her being 31 and having sex with 35 dudes, I always look at it like this. I'd be like, if 35 dudes were in my living room right now, how would I feel? If you were around 35 dudes at one time, is that a lot of dudes? But regardless, I don't want to know, because like I said, I can kind of get a feeling about if you're promiscuous and you're willing to just give it up, and I'll have to worry about you if I'm walking down with you in the mall somewhere and a dude winks his eye at you or something like that, and you be ready to go with him or some shit. Yeah, you said you never asked that question. Yeah, I've only asked that because it's a conversation. If she asked me, if a woman asked me, I'd be like, oh, well, how many have you had or whatever, but it's never been in my mental to just be like, especially at this age, if I'm gonna approach somebody who I know is 30 plus, they're not gonna keep it real. No way. They're not gonna keep it real. What woman would really want to tell you the truth about that? They're scared of being judged. Now, dude wouldn't care. They'll be like, 40, 50, 100, whatever, Now, you said what's a lot, because the numbers could be different. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say what's a lot. I'm not. You ain't gonna do that to me, Go. These women ain't finna be mad at me on here. I don't know. I say this: let's say, if you're 18 and you didn't have sex with 10 dudes, that's a lot. If you're 21 and you didn't have sex with 20 dudes, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? If you're 21 and didn't have sex with like 6 dudes, I don't think that's considered really a lot per se. But it just depends on who you ask, man. Like, the older you get, the more you'll see the different variations of what people would consider a lot. Some people felt like 35 dudes by the time you 31 was a lot. But then some people were just like, okay, let's do the calculation. If she started when she was 14, 15 and had 2 dudes per year, that could add up. But I don't know. I'm not here to say what's a lot. Now, a lot. If you 30 and had sex with 100 dudes, of course that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? But my whole point of bringing that up is, does it really matter? I think it matters more so about how a woman carries herself. You said 20 for any woman is too much for me. I mean, I'm not going to say it's not, because you got to think, if she didn't have sex with 20 dudes, could they all fit? If they all was in your living room, you looking around and be like, damn, it's 20 dudes up in here. So, I mean, go 816. He said that 20 is a lot for a woman. Now, women, you can feel free to chime in if you want to. I know you're going to do it anyway. I asked it on my Facebook, and then I told women not to comment. They were commenting anyway. But, fellas, at the end of the day, you can comment, because I know you see this video later. Does body count really matter? All right, so I want to go on. Talk about Lotto. Now, this is the word on the street. Lotto took money back from strippers at Magic City. Did y'all hear about that? I heard, and shout out to Lotto. Lotto has been on the show before. She was one of my first guests back when she was Miss Mulatto. You can look at that on the Resview channel. And again, if you're watching right now, you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to youtube.com/RedsView. Please do me a favor. Hit that like button. I need some likes. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, go ahead, hit that like button. Hit the share button as well. But most importantly, hit that like button. And also, if you're on Facebook, hit that like button. Hit the share button. Let me know. And if you're on Twitter, shout out to GOAT816. You always retweet my stuff. Shout out to you, my good brother. All right, but Lotto. So I heard that Lotto rented out Magic City. I think that she was shooting a music video or something like that, but she rented out Magic City. And she was throwing out money, and this is all allegedly, like somebody stole her purse. Did a stripper of Magic City steal Mulatto? I'm sorry. Did a stripper of Magic City steal Lotto's purse? I heard that she got a purse stolen, and to be petty, she took back the money that she threw out. Now, first when I heard, I was like, okay, she rented it out and she threw out money and she took it back. What kind of shit is that? But then I heard more of the story, and she was upset that she felt like one of the strippers stole her purse. So, when I heard that, I was like, okay, would I feel a certain type of way if somebody stole my wallet, and I felt like a stripper did it and I got pissed off or whatever like that? To be petty, I'd be like, you know what? Y'all trying to steal my money anyway. Let me take it back. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, you never know when you're in that moment. You know how everybody may need a Snickers. You're not yourself when you're hungry. If somebody tries to steal from you or did steal from you, it ain't no telling how you'll react. I mean, just like you could say right now, you would never put your hands on somebody. But if they come out and just slap you, you're in the spur of the moment, you might swing. You know what I'm saying? So if this is the case and she had her purse stolen and she felt a certain type of way, I guess I could get why she felt petty enough to take her money back. Like if she went around and said, okay, which one of you hoes stole my purse? None of y'all saying nothing. And I didn't spend this money, rented this spot out, and I didn't throw all this money out. Okay, give me my money back. So if that's the case, I can understand it. I don't know if I would do the same thing. I don't know, but I would probably feel a certain type of way too. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. All right, let me move on, man. So this has been an ongoing thing. Irv Gotti versus Dame Dash. Now, Irv Gotti and Dame Dash have kind of been trading shots towards each other. I think that this started on Drink Champs, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken. Irv Gotti pretty much said that, Jay didn't need Dame. I remember this was like last month, I want to say. Irv said that Jay-Z didn't need Dame Dash. I call that cap. And Dame Dash actually responded too. He said that he needs to have his mental health checked. You know what I'm saying? But did Jay-Z? My question is, did Jay-Z actually need Dame Dash? According to Irv Gotti said that Jay-Z was gonna be Jay-Z regardless. I call cap to that because Jay-Z was really trying to get a record deal. He was with Big Daddy Kane. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the days when Hawaiian Sophie and all that other stuff came out, and was rapping kind of fast and all that. He was in like Original Flavor. You remember he was with Jazzo and them. Those labels weren't trying to give Jay-Z a chance, but once he got around Dame, and people don't give Dame enough credit. Now Dame has burned a lot of bridges, but if it weren't for Dame being involved with Dame being involved with Jay-Z, we wouldn't see Jay-Z, the artist, and especially the businessman right now. Biggs too, like you said, Trio, Biggs too. Those three made a conglomerate with Rockefeller Records. And Dame is the reason for Kanye. Dame is the reason Dipset got on there. Those are my favorite artists that came on Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying? Well, pause. My favorite artists that were on Rockefeller, like, Freeway was cool, Beanie Siegel was cool, Memphis Bleak was cool, but all those were gold selling artists. The platinum and multi-platinum artists were who? Kanye and Cameron, Dipset, Joel Santana. That doesn't happen without Dame. Jay-Z swag. Jay-Z was a Brooklyn dude. Dame Dash brought that Harlem feel, just like Biggie was a Brooklyn dude, but Diddy came through with that Harlem swag. Now Diddy, he reps Harlem, but I mean, he's from Mount Vernon. you know, but I think his dad was a hustler from Harlem, but he has that Harlem swag. Jay-Z would have been a cool rapper, but he needed that appeal and that hustle behind him in order to be successful. There will be no Rockefeller Records without Dame Dash. Now, I think both of them rubbed off of each other, iron sharpening iron. There wouldn't be a Dame Dash without Jay-Z. There wouldn't be a Biggs without, I mean, Biggs really don't do too much, you know what I'm saying? But Biggs is a part of that too. You needed all of them, but you definitely needed Dame. Jay-Z and Dame rubbed off of each other. So I call that cap. Now, again, Irv could know something I don't know because Irv was around and all this other stuff, but you needed Dame. You can't play Dame to the left like that. He absolutely needed Jay-Z. But yeah, what y'all feel about that? I feel like that's cap, and that's discrediting Dame Dash, because it's like, really, what would Jay-Z be without Dame Dash? He didn't have that. He had the drive for sure, but Dame was that brute force that really brought the swag to Jay-Z. Look at Jay-Z prior to 1996. Look at what he was wearing. You don't get Reasonable Doubt without Dame. You don't get Blueprint. I'm sorry. You don't get Blueprint without Dame. You don't get none of that without Dame. Dame, and I know he done burned bridges and got an ego and stuff like that, but you got to give credit what credit is due, man. I think that's disrespectful on the highest level. But he said that Irv got to get his mental health check, and I agree for sure. All right, so man, your girl Glorilla. Did y'all see Glorilla try to remake the Cha-Cha Slide? She tried to remake the Cha-Cha Slide. I would play the song, but I don't want to get a copyright strike. But I forgot what the name of the song is. But she took the I think this is on a CMG, that's Yo Gotti's label. I think this is on a compilation project. But she took the beat from Nas's Uchiwali and literally is saying, she's literally saying the Cha-Cha Slide, rapping the words of the Cha-Cha Slide. Left foot, let's go. Right foot, let's go. Move to the left. You know, like, really? So my question is, man, like, is it over for Glorilla? I said this on my show last week that Sexy Red took her spot. Do you think that Glow can even squeeze out a hit? Because it feels like a desperate attempt. It feels like a desperate attempt at this point. You said, nah, I missed that with Glow. Bro, let me see. What is that? What is it called? Hold on. It's called, it's like she remade the Cha-Cha Slide, man. Let me see what the name of it is though, because I can't play it because I don't want to get a copyright strike. Let me see. It's a song with Fabio Foreign. I think it's called Cha-Cha. Glorilla, Fabio Foreign, CMG the label. It's called Cha-Cha. That song is terrible, and everybody's been talking about it. You sound like her music, but I hope she can get a hit. Man, I don't know, man. She's been trying. It seems like she's been flopping after Tomorrow 2. Tomorrow 2 was a very dope song. F&F was a cool song. Blessed was a dope song. Glorilla was on fire. But it feels like after Tomorrow 2, she's been on the downhill, a slippery slope, and she just can't squeeze it out. Shout out to Memphis, but I don't know. And I think that Sexy Red just came and took her spot. Now, Sexy Red is not talented or nearly as talented as Glorilla, but I don't know. You remember I told you they tried to make Glorilla sexy. That didn't work. Now they having her do the Cha-Cha Slide on an Uchiwali beat. Come on, man. You said they all flavor of the month. Just don't. Yep, you're right. You're right. See, Sexy Red is doing the same thing. Sexy Red is just putting stuff out there, and she says the most filthiest, nastiest shit that you can think of. You know, I saw a post the other day on Facebook, and I shared it. They tried to say that Sexy Red is the modern day Trina. She's this generation's version of Trina, and we all were disagreeing with that. No, Trina had class. Trina was talented. I don't know if she had writers or not, but Trina was talented. Meaning when Trina showed up on a red carpet, she wasn't doing all that twerking. She was twerking her video, and she was saying vulgar, nasty stuff, but Wet Ass Pussy wasn't her first single. You know what I'm saying? Like, or a single that she would put out there. Trina put out, you know, love songs with, you know, the song she had with Kelly Rowland in her own ratchet hood girl way. But Trina, Diamond Princess, You know what I'm saying? She carried herself with elegance and class, even though she was ratchet. So I'm like, you know what Megan Thee Stallion be doing? You know what I'm saying? Like Megan Thee Stallion, she'll twerk here and there, but if it's coming to a red carpet, you don't see Megan just wearing booty shorts and all that. You know what I'm saying? Megan is going to wear a dress. Cardi's going to wear a dress. They may have some cleavage showing, but you're going to see them on Vogue and Vanity Fair and all that other stuff. Do you picture Sexy Red being on there with her untalented ass? But yeah, they are flavor of the month. I was talking with my homeboys and I told them that I didn't think that Glorilla would have lasted that long based on how she was moving. I thought she was talented, but she was a viral success. And sometimes when you go viral, you don't last as long. Yep, Trina did look good. Trina did look good. And yeah, I'm glad that you said this. I'm glad that you said this. Ain't no dude salivating over Sexy Red. No, they are not. They are definitely not. Sexy Red looks disgusting, and I'm keeping it honest. Not hating on the girl at all, but she looks disgusting. And she knows she looked disgusting. She know that. She looks filthy. You know, we were lusting over Trina. We were lusting over Eve. They look, even shit, the brat was looking good at one point. You remember that what you like video with Tyrese? The brat was looking nice. You remember she was going through her little sexy phase? I know y'all remember that. But yeah, nobody desires Sexy Red like that. Like what dudes do. And I'm talking about hood dudes as well. They have this thing to where they're trying to act like there are a whole bunch of Sexy Reds out there. That's only a sector of America. Like everyday people who go to work, they don't look like the majority of people in America go to work. And when you go to work, you're a professional. Now we all got some ratchet in us. Like Boosie said, we all got some ratchet in us. But how many hood girls you see with tats on their face and looking like Sexy Red? I grew up in the hood and you know, I've been around ghetto chicks, project chicks, and they still can carry themselves with class. They don't be talking about how many dicks they suck, how they want to get their ass ate and all this other stuff. They could be loud and ghetto, but sexualized. Like they don't be over sexualized like that. They're putting money behind her in order to say the nastiest, filthiest, disgusting shit you could think of. Yeah. Nobody's lusting over no Sexy Red trio for sure. So yeah, she's not desired. I've never heard. Now I've seen videos of dudes rapping along to her songs, but no, ain't nobody lusting over no damn Sexy Red. Are you serious? Give me a break. Give me a damn break. But yeah, is it over with for Glorilla? What y'all think about that, man? Because yeah, that Cha Cha Slide remake, that ain't it. That ain't it. And it looks like she put a nail in the coffin for her career right there. But y'all let me know also in the comments, man, once you see this video, what you think about that. Let me move on. Got a couple of things to cover. Lil Wayne, the mixtape, Fix Before the Carter 6. Has anybody listened to that trash? I got to keep it real, man. Lil Wayne, listen. If you're watching this right now, I feel like you're a legend for sure. One of the best to ever do it. I grew up being a Lil Wayne fan. You know what I'm saying? I fell off of being a Lil Wayne fan like after Carter 2, pretty much a fan, you know. But right now, this ain't the Lil Wayne that I like. Like this Carter, I couldn't even get through it, man. Like Lil Wayne, I don't know where his mind is right now, but he needs content. I've said this time and time again. Lil Wayne is in desperate need of content. He's a 40-plus-year-old man, or is he just 40? Yeah, he's like, I think like 41. He should be 41 now. But Lil Wayne, like, bro, it's like when I listened to him rap and I heard this project, and I didn't want to listen to it, but it was out, and I'm saying maybe he can give me some hope. But it's like Lil Wayne has no direction as an artist anymore. He you know, really after Carter 3, he really just hasn't had. I mean, Carter 3 didn't really have any direction either, to keep it honest. But right now, it's more prevalent than anything. It's like he doesn't have any direction, and he's calling it a fix before the Carter 6. The Carter 6, I'm not looking forward to this, man. It's just gonna be a bunch of nothing. Now he's still witty. He still can spell out these similes and metaphors and stuff like that, but it's just no direction. And I feel like I want to know about his personal life. Give me some content at this point. You know what I'm saying? Trio, you said the Bird song was okay. That song was terrible to me. That song was terrible to me. You say he's one of the few rappers I actually dropped listening to. Yeah, he sounds the same, no growth. And I think that that's what the casual hip hop fan wants from Wayne. Everybody feels like they've grown. J. Cole, Kendrick, Snoop, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z. And I'm not saying I'm expecting Wayne to be conscious or rap about no politics and no stuff like that, but I'm just expecting Wayne at this point to give us something that we can feel, because he just gives us something that's just there. And it's nothing, it's no growth. Oh, you said you stopped listening to him. Okay. Yeah, but it's like I couldn't get with it, man. Like I don't want to waste my time listening to Wayne projects anymore. You know, and I really, really think he needs content. Let us know about how you feel about your daughters, your sons, BG getting out of prison, the old days, reminisce about Cash Money. Give me something other than the shit that you giving me, Wayne, because you're a way better rapper than this. You're a way better artist than this. This mixtape was so trash. Oh my God. And I'm an artist. An artist is artist. So, you know, y'all can judge me because I got music that's out. If you don't feel it, feel free to chime in and let me know. One of the reasons I didn't want to do this platform at first, because I was like, I'm an artist judging another artist. But Lil Wayne, we know you can do better. We know you can do better. Yeah, you say if you think about it, besides a Millie, it's always a producer or the feature hook artist. The only way. Yep, you're right. You are 100% right. They give him direction, but if it's just Wayne all the way, you don't get nothing. You don't get nothing. I think the last great song I heard from him was the Gotti song. Him and Jadakiss and Styles P. That song was incredible to me. He was talking about him and Baby back in the day. Like, if I need anything, call Baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they gave us something. But yeah, you said Cat Food was cool. I ain't like none of the songs on there, man. None of the songs. So yeah, we just need something else from Wayne, man. Like, I think Wayne needs to try to just do some storytelling, reminisce about the how. You remember he made that song Carter One, I Miss My Dogs? He had songs like that kind of just stood out on that project. You know what I'm saying? So just give us something reminiscent to that. Give us something reminiscent to that, Wayne, for sure. But y'all, thank you for kicking it with me on tonight's episode of Red's View. If you like this, make sure you hit that like button or the dislike button. Is all good as long as we get some interaction. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already to youtube.com/ResView. We do the live stream each and every Tuesday, 8:30. So make sure that you tune in, mark your calendars, or hit that alert button. That's how you stay in touch. Now, special announcement. J Red has a new project on the way. And it's coming sooner than you think. I have a new project. You heard it here first. I got a new project that's on the way. You're going to really, really like this one. You're going to like everything. I've been working hard on it, man. So I can't wait. Can't give you a release date just yet. It may be dropping at the end of this month, but it's coming. So don't be surprised once you see the artwork, the promo, and everything like that. I'm very excited for you to check this out. So, you know, I'll have the pre-save link and all that other stuff out, but it will be an EP. I'll let you know that an EP is on the way. So make sure that you get ready for J Red's new project. All right. Thank you for the fire, Trio 301. And Goat, you got to check it out too, for sure. But yeah, man, this has been this week's episode of Red's View. Of course, I'm your gracious host, J Red, and we are signing out. All right. Peace.